What's up, you guys? It's your boy Miguel, giving you your daily dose of radiation. In today's video, we're going to be covering, is it worth getting into the field of radiology? So to give you context, I am a night shift X-ray tech. I've been doing it for about 4 years. Right here, as you can tell, it's a little nighttime special between going to work. So would it be worth it to go into the field of radiology? To be exact, X-ray, and then ascending depending on where you want to take it. There's many branches and avenues that you can pursue in this beloved field. So in my family, I have people in other medical positions, and every single time we congregate, my lady's a nurse, I'm an X-ray, another one is ultrasound tech, another one does physical therapy, another one does, what's another one? I forgot. But essentially, we all gather and we all talk. And every single time, everyone in the other fields, majority of the time, are miserable. And literally, majority of the time, they're miserable. Half of the time, they'll complain about the same things. And then they look at me, and I'm just over there like just living my best life, not really stressed majority of the times. I love my job majority of the time, just living my life, just enjoying it. Everyone else is like, damn, I wish I would have done what you do, Miguel. And I'm like, well, you still can. For a little bit, I almost became a nurse. And then I started looking into what they had to do, which my lady's a nurse and respect her every single day. I don't think there's a single day that my lady's been excited to go to work, except it's Friday, or if it's a 3-day weekend. Besides that, I ain't never seen her a single day. Even the nurses up here, I ain't never seen them happy. My field does, yeah. So, is it worth it? I think so. Now, as far as pay goes, compared to the other fields, I would say X-ray is a little bit more on the lower end, just like a tad bit lower, a few dollars lower compared to the other modalities. Obviously, if you're an ultrasound tech, you'll make more money than we do. But here's the thing: you get compensated for the amount of work and how hard and more difficult it is. As ultrasound techs, you have to do more charting and more hands-on procedures type deal. A little bit diagnostic, if you will. I remember going through the rotation here at my site, and the tech, I asked him, I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm writing what I saw. And I'm like, so you're giving a diagnosis? He's like, kind of. And then the rad looks at it and says, I concur, and or gives his own thoughts. And I'm like, I thought we were just supposed to take the pictures. And then with the nursing, oh Lord, my lady would tell me all the time all the stuff they be doing, and how all the legal stuff and the medications, how if it's off by anything, and if the patient has so much stuff. And then they're like, Miguel, what do you do? I'm like, if a homeboy comes in and his chest hurt, I literally put chest pain times whatever he told me. Shoot it. Oh, did I clip it? Oh, let me just shoot it again. Oh, he was moving, or he didn't follow my instruction. Shoot it again. It's not crazy wild. There's some of the challenges. Oh, we don't have the good portable, or the network. Oh, except when the internet goes down, then we do be struggling. I ain't gonna lie. All the other nurses will buy the pen and paper method. There is no pen and paper method for the X-ray team. It's either online or offline, and you shoot it local and you drag it to the doctor, whoever's looking at it, and he looks at it. Either you manually push it to the internet, and it becomes a little bit more technical IT work. Those are the few nights that we be struggling in the X-ray tech department, or even anyone in our field of radiology in general will be struggling in those type of instances. I would say outside of my position, I would say physical therapy probably has it a little bit less bad than the other ones I've mentioned, but we still got it kind of nice a little bit. Except the only issue with our field compared to other. We are deep in radiology. We deal with radiation. So there is a small dose of radiation that is acquired. That's why you wear these little film badges compared to the other positions that don't deal radiation and don't work. But even some of these, they kind of get dragged into the dosage of radiation, because if they're in the room or they're within the vicinity, an X-ray kind of spreads, 6 feet type deal. You still get dosed, but not as much as being the actual tech worker. I think it's worth it if you're kind of like skeptical, be like, do I want to be a nurse? Do I want to be X-ray tech? There's a few questions that I would ask myself. Just being honest. Are you going into this field because you truly want to help people? There's that. If you just solely want to help people, get all the credit, do all that, I would become a nurse. But just know, along with becoming a nurse, you do get all the credit and the whole shebang in the hospital. You do that. But the amount of paperwork and legal stuff and all the headache that comes with it, just be ready. You make a little bit more money, but it comes with a lot of stress. And if you're able to deal with that, okay, go ahead, deal with it, go. I'm just saying, majority of the nurses up here, when they see us do our job, they're like, I wish I would have done it. I'm just saying. Or if you're going into the money, I mean, all of our fields, if you go the travel route, you could make a pretty good amount of money on all of them. I would say amongst radiology in general, and if you just become an X-ray tech, CAT scan is a pretty easy one to transition to become more money. Or if you go the non-radiology route and go it is still radiology, but non like cancer causing, like if you do ultrasound, that one too is another route that makes a good amount. I would say CAT scan and ultrasound are pretty close by. It all kind of depends on how desperate the hospital is, or I want to say that ultrasound makes just like a little bit more than CAT scan does. I want to say, but I haven't confirmed the numbers. Except at our hospital, I think CAT scan is offering more because they're kind of desperate on techs. But they do order a lot of stuff. CAT scan gets used a lot for everything. For every little thing, CAT scan gets dragged into it. Just know that. Once again, I'll double down and say, like, our field, especially like if you're able to get an opportunity to work nighttime, and I know some of you are going to be like, Miguel, I'm not a nighttime person. Neither was I. To this day, once it's like 9 o'clock, I'm off. I'm passed out. But there's just something of having this beautiful, like, tiny gem of, I just got paid money to not to do anything for hours. Sometimes when a patient comes into the hospital, regardless of what it is, they get seen by the doctor, they get seen by the nurses, right? Regardless of what it is, the nurses have to work, the doctors have to work. Us as radiology, sometimes we get dragged into it too, because they'll order it on everyone just for a quick discharge. But not every single patient needs to have X-rays or even radiology in general. So there's a chance where you can go a whole night and you don't even have to do anything. You're literally there just because legally the hospital has to have you there in case they need you. There's been times, I've only had it one time in my career on my 7, where for 7 nights I didn't do nothing. It was the easiest money I made in my whole life. Like, it was just, you were literally getting paid to chill back there. Just stay awake, look at the computer screen, and just literally chill. Talk, walk around, enjoy your break. Like, literally, I tell my parents all the time, who are non-medical workers, who are first generation, and I tell them what I do, and I tell my family what I do, and they're like, son, you're blessed to have this job, because other people, and even my other cousins who have other medical, like other like careers and other like college degrees, when they clock into work, they literally physically, mentally, or they have to be doing something continuously until their break comes, and then they stop and they get a little break. I tell my cousin all the time what I do, and he's like, dog, I wish I would have done something else. If I'm not being productive, I get in trouble and I can get fired. And I'm like, bro, as long as I stay awake, and if there's no work, like, I'm just chilling, and I still get paid the same amount of money regardless. I make more money because it's night shift. To me, at the current stance of where I'm at in my financial status and both in my career, I think it's pretty good. Now later on, maybe I might pursue a higher field of CAT scan, and I'll update you on this. But yeah, once again, it's getting a little dark. I'm about to clock in and go make some money. Yeah, it's been your boy Miguel. See you on the next one.